load up the stream. By the way, notice a guy called Touhou in there. That's actually me. I've just been trying to figure out how to rebrand myself since then, but like since I'm going to be fine with gravy, it's like, oh well. Sorry I'm, like, incapable of being up for meme runs and all that.
Don't worry about it.
Oh wait, you already made it live?
Yeah, I always just start 5 minutes early and just play some music first.
Oh, nice. So, are all the ones that are on tonight highlighted in, like, this, cyan-looking color here, or...?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, one of these seemed, extra spicy. No, wait, what? I see the one that's, like, request access. Okay. You think some of these guys have trouble uploading on, like, Royal Flare or something? Or like, what's the...
Lunacross is just like a Western version of Royal Flare, and strictly speaking, Royal Flare doesn't allow you to V-pack in this, like, which obviously people don't really care about too much now, but...
Looks like the city's being lively.
That was the police siren.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, here's hoping that you'll be safe.
Usually you don't hear that. Usually.
So, PCB can't view user replays, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
Because I think I remember discussion about it before. Right. I think it's a couple seconds before starting now.
Wait, I think it's a false user replace. It's just moth. Right. That's enough of IVP. I played that track specifically because it has been 1 year and a couple of days since the release of IVP's demo. Hopefully.
Uh,
Hopefully there will be a full release soon.
I hope like Len and all that are all fine behind the project, and there isn't anything too rough happening with it.
Yeah.
Because like that demo was so good, though Yoma was so crap in it, but everything else was so fine.
Okay, what the? Okay, they're really loud. Okay, what the fuck? Unexpected circumstances, alright. Alright, let's just get PCB up on here first. Let's just ignore the sirens one up. Oh yeah, PCB does have user replays. What are you doing, Mo?
It does?
Yeah, it does.
Huh. Alright.
Okay. Alright, so this is a score run. Of course, we don't have PCB scorers amongst us. I should. Yeah, I forgot to ping commentators. But in any case, since we don't really have anyone to commentate, this probably won't be like we won't be able to analyze too much. Miyake is a pretty high-level scorer, so we'll have to try our best. But because it is also PCB and it's a score run, I'm afraid that we're gonna have to fast forward through at least a part of it. So we're probably going to fast forward through to Alice. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I don't have V-patch up. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the game.
Alright. Hang on. I'm gonna need to at least put this in like windowed mode. Hang on. Okay, windowed.
There we go.
Alright, I got it up.
Alright, good. Okay, so we're gonna skip to... Let's call it Alice, alright?
Alright.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the basics of PCB scoring, at least I understand the system fair amount. The basis of scoring is to raise your maximum point item value as high as possible. The main system of this game is the cherry meter at the bottom left. When it fills up, when the plus icon fills up to 50,000, you trigger a supernatural border. And during the supernatural border, every time you graze a bullet, and especially when you graze a bullet unfocused, you increase the value to the right side of the slash. That is your cherry max. That is your maximum point item value possible. The value in the left, in the yellow, is your current cherry, and that is your current point item value. It lowers if you bomb or you die, but the cherry max itself doesn't actually go down, I believe.
From what I can really get from what I've seen and from what I've heard from people, it's best to just try and optimize playing PCB as unfocused as much as you can.
Yes. The crux of PCB is that unfocused movement, unfocused shooting, and unfocused grazing gives you a lot more score in general, because unfocused shooting lets you get a lot more cherry, and especially with this shot type Reimubi, she gains a lot of cherry from unfocused shooting. Meanwhile, the unfocused grazing, once again, it gets you more cherry max during the borders. Unfocused movement is actually not very easy to do, so... Oh dear.
Jeez.
That might have been intentional, I'm not too sure. Maybe needed bombs elsewhere in the next stage, but also doesn't seem very timely. Right, here's Alice's mid-boss graze. But because of the border system, you'll often only see just one border every time you can get a good attack on with the border. Now the bomb itself, especially the the focus bomb, when you cancel bullets into the star items with that also gives you a fair amount of cherry. So bombing is one way to get more cherry as well. They milk the mid-boss spell for items. And then, because the post-mid-boss section doesn't actually, sorry, where Alice? The post-mid-boss section is the same every time, no matter how long you take on the mid-boss. Right, so Alice should have a couple pretty interesting grazes. Not sure which ones he'll go for here. But you can see now that his cherry is already at cherry max. So now his main goal is to just increase it, and so the border on this spell is going to let him try to graze a bit, and every time he grazes a bullet, the cherry max will go up. And at the end of the border, if you let it run out successfully, you will get an additional 10,000 cherry max as a bonus. The cherry max increase also increases your cherry, so unless you die or bomb, it won't go down.
Honestly, I kind of think like the whole cherry system is probably like one of the more complex scoring systems in the series, really.
It is actually. It's very involved, it's very rule heavy, which makes PCB one of the hardest score games to get into, by popular opinion. And at the same time, it's also one that's immediately just visually rewarding. Especially towards the highest levels of scoring, when they do glitch out the cherry max counter, you get to see some very nice graphical oddities in the bottom left counter over there.
Wow.
So, this bomb. I don't know if that one was intended or not, but you can see that from bombing there, the cherry went down, so he'll have less than maximum cherry max, but I mean it doesn't take that much to get back up to your max PIV.
Alright, that's relieving at least.
Oh!
I guess
that's a mistake. Right?
Oof. Oh! Yeah, that didn't seem intentional. I don't think you usually see deaths in PCB scoring runs.
Huh? I'm not sure that was intended either. The cherry max.
Do you want me to give you a spoiler since I can't really speed up on my copy of the game right now because I don't have the VSync patch?
Oh.
Should I give a spoiler or should I let you see?
Just let me see, I guess.
Because I feel like it's a bit foreboding.
Oh. Right, should I just, in that case, just pause when stage 4 starts and I'll tell you when I reach stage 4 as well.
Yeah, I'm at stage 4
right.
right now. I'm just sort of waiting until you get there.
What could possibly have happened?
Well, I think it had to be on his end, though.
It's not that you don't want any border breaks. You do want some border breaks in stage 4 for the opener, for like the spam grazes. That way you can actually chain borders and
Oh dear.
Oh, this looks like a train wreck if I'm honest.
Yep.
What the fuck?
It really does.
Alright.
Alright.
Bombs immediately just to get the star item so that he can actually get the border up. Yeah. If I'm not... there we go, that's a border break, and then you get another border back from it. Now the amount of cherry that you get back from the items is actually dependent on how many spells you've captured. So if you haven't captured enough spells, or if you've actually ironically captured too many spells, you can go off route that way as well.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, nice grazing.
Hmm. Now, I was actually going to ask a question. So, EOSD scoring, I recall it's like you would want to use bombs like at specific points, like distancing them at a certain amount in order to
Yes, that's called
like
corner.
get enough points.
Yeah, that's corner bombing. It's because in EOSD, the main source of points is bullet cancel. So one of the main sources, bullet cancels from bombs. But when you bomb, usually the star items that you get from the cancelled bullets is only worth 100 points each, so it's not a lot. But if you go to the corner and the bomb runs out, well, if, at least for the game, it considers that the bomb ran out, then the star items you collect will go back to their original value, which is dependent on how much you've grazed. So corner bombing is where you bomb, and then you go to the corner to... Oh, what the hell?
Oof.
When you bomb, you go to the corner and then you collect the star items after the bombs run out. It's very effective with Reimu Beast Bomb in particular, because Reimu Beast Bomb is short and it covers the whole screen.
Right, well, specifically, I kind of brought that up since PCB was like... I presume it was built off of EOSD,
It
most
is.
likely.
It still does have the star item system, but considering that EOSD's point items are a maximum of 200,000 points, whereas in PCB we're already at 800,000, the corner bombing stuff really isn't necessary anymore. The score potential in PCB is just way higher.
Alright, he got a cancel on Lily right there.
And now he's just gonna grace the postman block section, which is actually all aimed. Surprise! Oh, not really surprising. But yeah, this is good recontrol, such that he gets the borders exactly where he wants them.
Yeah, I'm definitely loving like how he's like controlling the like bullets here in order for him to just slightly stream them a little bit before canceling them for more cherry points.
Yeah. So you do want border breaks during some of the stage sections, but I mean during bosses I don't think you want to break any borders, or unless it's an intentional bomb for a cherry, make any survival mistakes really.
Well, from what I gathered from bosses, it's like you'd rather time out the cherry border around them in order to like maximize.
PIV goes up by 10k every time you time out the border, so those are pretty significant losses as well. I mean, not to mention the clear bonuses in old games is pretty big for the lights and bombs.
I mean, I was also gonna say, because I noticed that you get cherry points from like hitting bosses also, so you'd want to time them out in order to hit the bosses again, in order to get like more like cherry points to fill up another border.
Yeah. Okay. But because the boss health is limited, usually you'd just be shooting them and focus for that, and there's a limited amount of cherry that you can milk out of each boss from that, which is why you don't really you do milk a lot of patterns in PCB, but it's not like you time out everything. Like you would in Sisyphus, for instance.
Alright.
Alright. So Lunasa, Reimu faces Lunasa. I'm not sure how much you can grace Lunasa though. Doesn't seem like a lot.
Yeah, I think in terms of grace potential, I think Lunasa... Like, you kind of see how Lunasa is like spreading out a lot of her bullets right there, so it doesn't really offer a lot of opportunities. I think maybe one of her nons has a little bit of grace.
There we go.
Huh?
That's a mistake. I'm pretty sure he wanted to graze more of that, but... Oh!
Yeah, uh-oh.
Oh, this is bad. This is really bad.
Boy.
The stage 3, it's... Alice fight wasn't stellar, and this is also not looking that good. Alright, scoring wise, you want to go for Lyrica, because Lyrica has her spell, which is very grazeable.
Oh, wait, so like you get a different non depending on which Prison River you beat during this spell?
Yes, the third non and the second spell that you get during this fight is dependent on which Prison River you did the most damage to during this spell.
Alright.
So yeah, just damaging Lyrica more will allow you to choose her as the next Prism River to fight during the solo sections. But seems like we're gonna get another Grace here. This looks kinda strange, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that curving right there, as it's like forking out.
I'm sure they know what they're doing, but wow, that looks scary.
Yeah.
Alright, we're back at max cherry point, but we're about to cross a 1 million PIV.
Ooh. Oh god, I would love it if like the modern Touhou games were to like get this much like PIV again, but oh, that's...
The modern style of Touhou is to just throw a lot of point items at you, whereas in the older games, I mean, there's point item extends for a reason. Yeah, there weren't that many. Alright, here comes the big Grace. If you've watched the TWC match, you know how Yusuke grazes this. He's fucking insane. He goes inside those loops and grazes them, which is something I'm not sure anyone else can do. Oh, he does it unfocused too, remember. So he is a very well-practiced man. Everyone else is just gonna have to settle for this slightly less profitable edge grazing. But it's still worth a lot of grace.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to score this game, I'd feel a lot more safe doing that than like doing what that madman did.
Alright, sorry, I was wrong. The PIV actually, the PIV counter glitches at 10 million PIV, which you would see a lot in like very high level score runs. In particular, Rainbow B doesn't actually seem to be the best scoring character for this game. It's Sakuya B. Mostly because Sakuya B has good cherry gain, and the bombs are incredibly good for cherry gain as well.
Oh wow! What a fun shot type, honestly. Like, because I know like Sakuya B's gimmick is like, you know, also aiming in different areas like that. But I guess when you like bring that into perspective, also that actually makes it really. That seems like that would actually make a really interesting score run to watch.
Yeah, Sakuya B score runs are pretty interesting. Just now, that didn't really look like a score bomb, looked like a survival bomb on the Prism Rivers final, which is whatever, I suppose. Okay, so the 1200 point item extend is very likely going to be gotten. Probably the 1400 as well, but the 1600 one looks a little bit out of reach, perhaps. So with the Yomu extend, that would barely be a 8 life clear. But she would need to not make any more survival mistakes for the rest of the game. If you can get the 1600 extend, then there will be one death allowed, but the bomb count is definitely not going to be as very high. The reason why I'm saying this is because in particularly EOSD, not so much EOSD, in PCB and Iron specifically, the number of lives that you clear with and the number of bombs that you clear with makes a very big score bonus in the final bonus, in the clear bonus tally. The same goes for SA, really, where you want to get exactly as many lives as you can. But SA also has a lot of suicides, so you don't actually get a full life clear there.
Yeah, I kind of recall in SA, it's like you're mostly trying to like spend lives wisely in order to suicide in certain places, and
right
then once you max out...
Right there just now, that was iframe usage. When the border ends, you get, I think, like 1 second of invincibility frames. Time it correctly, you get to just dodge straight through bullets like that.
Nice.
One of the more common strats at the highest level of survival place is to time a border for 200 Yojina in one slash, Yomu's first spell, which is infamously RNG and difficult, but if you can time a border to end right as you have to dodge the first wave, then you don't really have to dodge it anymore. You just go to a safe spot and then you just have to deal with the follow-up wave. Nice grazing on this final section. How much is each life worth during the clear bonus? I'm actually not sure.
Wouldn't it have to be like 50 mil usually?
I don't recall the exact, but it's pretty high. Yeah, if you can check for me, that'd be great.
Let me check. Scoring. Lives. So... let's see.
Oh, I hope your PCB didn't pause during that as well.
It's fine, it's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so basically, player lives, 20 million each.
20 million each, okay.
And bombs are 4 million each.
So with a max life clear, that would be 160 million. So it's still quite sizable, but it's not as big. It's not like the end of the world if you don't get it. It's just that if you want to optimize the scoring, then you have to make sure that you don't make too many survival mistakes. It looks like the 1400 extend will be easily within reach. So yeah, there will be like 1, maybe 2 lives worth of allowance for the rest of the run.
I mean, I will say this, when it comes to scoring, it's at least neat that, like, lives are still playing a factor in this score game, because it's like a lot of other Touhou games, especially the modern ones. It seems like lives don't matter.
You don't really care about how many lives to clear with, because there were so little compared to what you would gain out of using them. Usually suiciding to get bombs or other resources like Mabok tokens, or iframes for Sisyphus grazing.
Yeah. Like, probably like the only modern game I can think where it's actually worth it is SA, as you like said before about that game.
Yeah, because the SA clear bonus is like still quite big, but everything else, not really. Hell, in TD you actually want to time a suicide on the final, so that you spawn double the Oh, that's bad. Well, there goes one of those lives. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness, mate.
Okay, Yomu was not playing nice. So that was also kind of more an execution mistake.
Yeah. Jesus. Yomu is just going all ham today.
The final can be very not nice if it feels like it. Alright. We got past it. Lives are worth a good chunk of DD.
Maybe
Probably.
if you're Marissa B, but I don't think so.
I mean, in Marissa B scoring, you get all the extends that you literally can, because Zone copy pasted the life extend value 49 times, so you can get 49 extends in that game.
Oh yeah, I think I remember Mino covered in STG Weekly. I think Kuremu also, like, really depends on lives for score, if, like, you're trying to score with her in DDC.
Yeah, might be. Sapia B scoring might be, just struggling to clear, really.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, considering that...
Oh, suiciding?
I mean...
That's a nice suicide, actually.
Yeah. That was a worthwhile suicide. Okay, Zoom was drunk when making DDC. When is he not
drunk making any Touhou game?
When is he not drunk? Him being drunk when making a Touhou game is like saying that water is wet, grass is green.
Unlike Spear.
I mean, albeit he now has like little vermins to like look after as he's making the games now.
You're not wrong.
Sorry to call your kids little vermin, Boone. I mean that in a loving way.
Didn't he write in the ending text that he hurt his back playing with his son in DDC?
I think.
Alright, this spell's just static, so yeah, just gonna sit here and graze a bit, unfocused. Don't really get that many completely static spells in Touhou because they're pretty boring. But there you go.
Seems like he's gonna sit down and look at the dialogue between Reimu and Yuyuko.
Alright,
so hey.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll give it this. It's climactic, but like, it keeps us waiting.
Probably just nerfs, honestly. But alright, the 1600 extend looks easily within reach, but that might be it. So maybe with the 1800 extend there'll be one more life leniency, but it'd be really bad to just die randomly now, especially considering that the cherry would drop by a lot. Alright, looks like a cherry bomb there, just wants the bomb to get the cherry up for a border during the first spell. Because the first spell has some really... Ah! Huh?
He just like lost the border right there.
Oh no, that was intentional, because when you break that border you get enough cherry back. So that because every bullet cancel during Yuko's fight from killing her patterns converts the bullets into cherry items, and those will fill your cherry gauge, your cherry plus right back up to 50,000 if you time it correctly.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that was just taking advantage of that little border right there to just graze a little more, raise the cherry plus a little bit more. Cherry max. One thing that we haven't covered so far is that spell bonuses do go up in PCB. They take down constantly, but every time you graze, dependent on your cherry, I believe, it will go up. So on spells where it's where you can actually gain SCB by grazing, or at least maintain SCB by grazing, they will try to just time it out. We saw that with some of the Prism River patterns earlier, but Yuko has the penultimate in particular.
I see. I think, like, the Dons of Me, for the longest time, used to think that it was only exclusive for Phantasm when it came to that, but, after looking through this, yeah, it makes sense that it's throughout the whole game.
Alright.
Because it's like, that would be way too specific.
It's only on Yuko and Yuko, Ran, and Yukari, so it's not actually that, doesn't happen that much. But because of that, these patterns can be milked a lot more. But, well, here comes the spins. I'm sure everyone knows.
Spin!
Of course, Yusuke being Yusuke has a strategy where he goes in the reverse direction and gains more grace, but it's way riskier.
Alright. Oh, I think I see like the whole cherry like thing just glitched out right there now. Oh wait, it's not appearing on the stream for you there.
Oh, that might be V-Patch fixing it then. That's probably V-Patch fixing it. Yeah. I think V-Patch is setting to fix the cherry display. But yeah, normally the cherry would glitch at the cherry max counter would glitch at 1 million, and actually glitch some more because it's then loading into the other parts of the tile set that it's not supposed to. Alright, this spell has some curvy lasers, which are very good for grazing.
It seems a bit of a doozy though, since like she's just firing off like various different waves of what are these bullet types called again that she's firing off?
I think those are Mentos, but I also think that those are aimed. So these shouldn't pose too much of a problem.
Right. Sorry, I kind of have a hard time distinguishing classic Mentos from modern Mentos.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, you can see the spell card bonus is really going up very high in these, on this spell, and in PCB, the spell card bonuses actually don't have an upper limit. In Iron they do, so in Iron I think they don't go up past like, what's it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't go up past 1 bill, but in PCB it's very possible for them to. And we will probably see that during the penultimate spell, which is very infamous for being very grace-worthy. Which is coming up right after this non, actually. But it looks like he's almost certainly going to get a border during this non as well.
Well, you get a border, may as well.
Alright, and then now, because you'll notice that they don't shoot during the border, so that they don't waste like cherry plus for no reason. Yeah. Now we're just gonna slowly work our way towards the next border, and here we go.
Oh boy. God, what a treat.
Completely covered in bullets. And you have the greatest unfocus too, so it's just a case where you can legitimately lose sight of Reimu.
Well, I mean, butterflies do generally be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll at least give it this. Yuriko isn't at least firing, like, random shots aimed directly at you.
Yeah. Alright, It doesn't seem like the spell card bonus will break 1 bill for this, because the PIV isn't high enough. But with Sakuyabi, it will go past 1 bill. And I believe that it will also glitch the spell card bonus counter in a similar way to it would, to how it would glitch the cherry max counter as well.
Juicy. Oh no.
Well, here comes the final. I don't think.
No. I guess I'm a bit ahead of you right
you're
here.
a bit ahead. The 1400 extend is it's gonna be there, but there goes the. I don't know if you can even get a 1600 extend now. You can't. I don't think there's that many power point items on RB. Unless you do some very crazy risky strats or something. Speaking of which, RB's coming up, and it is this spell spawns items.
And he's already bombing? What?
Usually you want to grace this spell for the spell card bonus, but I guess if you're if you're not at that level of optimization, you might as well just abuse the fact that you can cancel every wave. and just really milk the spell for all it's worth in the grace that you get from the start of each wave here, and all the items that you can get. At the highest levels, you have to grace all of this and weave through the bullets and go basically to the side of your vehicle. Apparently, doing Yusuke strat on this is a favorite pastime of a lot of Japanese super players, because it just looks so ridiculous. But there we go. That is nice and easy way of doing RB.
Well, I mean, GG's.
Yep. Player bonus 6 life, so 120 mil, 1 bomb, and that is 2.5 bill Rainbow B score run. Yep. GG.
GG's. I mean, I will say it's definitely neat of you to get a 2.5 bill in PCB. That's definitely something that I'm not able to do on a regular basis.
No, PCB is incredibly rooting heavy, and well, honestly, if anything about the end of that can be said, it's like you don't have to go for absolutely everything when you start scoring. If you're not at the absolute top level, so you have to optimize everything, it's fine to just skip scoring tricks that you're not comfortable with. You'll obviously lose a bunch of potential, but yeah, just work towards your goals, round out the rest of the areas, and slowly optimize towards world record level. You know, and that's just the crux of scoring in general. Alright, that was PCB Lunatic. We're gonna continue with IN stage practice. I don't know why a stage practice replay was submitted, but whatever.
I guess something like really rad happened, or
I would have to guess.
Uh-oh. Iron for me is only working at like half the frame rate, so I'm gonna have to be looking on the stream for this.
Alright. This was done with Magic Team. It is a no miss, no bomb. Oh well. I guess we can't fit that in. All the comments say yes, and the skip says no.
I see. Well, I mean, why can't you put M plus A, whatever else it is?
Sorry, what?
I say M plus A in order to like try and fit in the LN and N or whatever it is.
Oh, well, never mind.
Oh well.
What am I doing? Right, where is it? LNN stage 6. This is 6B with Magic Team. Alright, let's have a look. Granted, given that it's Magic Team, I am expecting tons and tons of Malice Cannoning.
Yep.
There is no reason not to. It increases your damage by a ridiculous amount, and really makes Magic Team viable, I'll be honest.
I mean, it definitely isn't viable with just Alice firing her dinky little laser.
No, solo Alice is one of the worst shots in the game.
That reminds me, the other Iron replay that we have on tonight, I think is solo Alice on Extra, so...
Indeed, that should be interesting.
Indeed.
Alright. Alright, the game volume's really low, well, for me at least. Is it low on the stream?
Let me check.
It's okay, I'm just asking chat.
I think it's decent on stream. Though then again, I got sensitive hearing.
It's fine, alright, good. I mean, look at all the familiars dying. You don't see this that often. Not on this
wow.
spell. Alright. Now the real challenge begins. Calculia's first non can be really nasty if it feels like it, but can also be free if it feels like it. First spell is notoriously random. Second spell is incredibly random. Let's see how the RNG goes. So far so good. Alright, no problems. Alright, misdirect this non to the top left corner or top right corner, depending. Really just whichever you prefer, and then you continue to dodge it on the bottom.
God. I guess I haven't seen enough replays of Imperishable Knight because I haven't seen like health bars deplete this quickly.
It's Malice Cannon, it's kinda dumb. Alright, I don't know if you can actually even kill the Familiars on this spell. I've never seen anyone do it. But, I mean, that dies really fast. So it's not much of a problem. Some shots have a lot of problems on that spell, in particular solo human shots. Alright, Salamander Shield is static aim spell, so there shouldn't be any problems here. He's doing the vertical strat, it seems.
I guess like some of these spells would be painful with solo humans. That kind of make me think, like, isn't solo Yomu like the highest scoring shot in this game?
It is. That's mostly because the human yokai gauge is at both ends at 50%, which allows you to switch between the two extremes very quickly, allowing you to either just shoot unfocused or graze focused, without worrying too much about the gauge management.
Still, it'd have to be painful, though, going through some of those spells with just Yomu solo, since even though she can go in between human and yokai, she can't go through the spirits.
No, in particular, Buddha's Diamond is one of the worst spells with solo Yomu. Even though normally she has very high DPS, the Familiars block all of it.
Oh, man.
Alright, very nice Lifespring Infinity there, so the final should then be just static. Once again, it's just static aim, but there are multiple routes that you can take through this, which are dependent on which orbs that you choose to dash through to open up a lane. Ideally, your timing should be that you dash through underneath and colored orb, so that once one wave finishes firing, during that gap between the two different aim waves, you open up a restream path. This looks like fairly fast streaming, so this is probably the 7 restream route. You still need to shoot down this spell, but Kaguya will have super armor for a pretty long time at the start of it. Well, Cannon takes care of it.
Yeah. I mean, I always kind of get kind of surprised by this spell when it comes to like how long Kaguya's super armor is, but yeah, Malice Cannon is just gonna blow up Kaguya's face.
Alright, now we come to the last spells. If this is an LNNN replay, then he will also have to cap all 5 of these, and 4 of them mostly rootable. Well, 100% rootable actually, but 1 of them is not. Alright, the second spell, it can be very tricky to find the right spot to stand.
Uh-oh.
First wave looked a little risky, but it seems like he's got good positioning for the rest of them. Alright, third spell is just crossing through these very fast bullet streams. Right, looks like the bottom hugging strat is one way to do it. Very nice. Alright, fall spell, streaming, plus just reading the lanes quickly. Alright, and here comes the final, Rising World. Infamously notorious. What am I saying? Very, very infamous for being incredibly RNG heavy, especially during the transition from second last to the last phase, where you'll have to contend with both curving jelly beans and random spam. I mean, it's not jelly beans. What am I? Here we go. Looks like decent RNG. Oh!
Oh no! Wait. Did you catch it?
He capped it. At the very end of the spell, you get iframes for this cinematic explosion, but phew, that was close. That was close.
For a minute there, I thought he didn't get it.
Yeah. GG. Good job on that.
Alright.
Alright, our next replay is Iron Extra with Solo Alice.
Oh my.
We will get to see just how bad Alice actually is.
If this clears, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel if this clears.
Alright, that laser. Poor thing. Well, if only Sakurai was here to explain the intricacies of Iron Extra, but it's a survival run, so it probably wouldn't interest him too much either.
So he's more of a scorer of extra then, instead of like someone who's familiar with the survival end also.
Pretty much.
Okay, look. Okay, without Marissa, Alice is pretty bad. Look, I'll say this. Without Marissa, Alice is fine if it's a fighting game setup. Because, like, I feel like in, like, this just kind of is the worst shmup iteration of Alice.
Even the stage itself already looks way worse. So it doesn't really put up much of a fight if you just route it properly, so that's that.
I mean, that was good routing, yeah, but it did look like it was a lot more herky-jerk compared to, like, if Marissa was here, if it was, like, any other shot type, except for maybe, like, Solo Sakuya.
What is this route? What is this route?
Okay, that works.
Not really?
Okay, that didn't work at all.
Also notice how that bomb dealt very little damage. Not that it matters,
right, so
hearing Moko is not gonna do any damage.
Okay, I can definitely take it. This isn't gonna be an X and then
No.
full spell.
Alright, do they have a route for this? Yeah.
Alright.
It's taking a while though. Jeez.
Yeah, like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Zero range!
Oh.
Zero range! Oh
it's
my
like
god.
all upward,
This is
no
awful.
sideways. Just going all up, no way to go to the side.
Isn't it fantastic? Every time you try to poke, you lose your yokai bonus, so your laser deals even less damage. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Man, dude. Alice is done dirty in this game.
Alright, that's Fairy.
Good gravy. And it's like, you have to stay in the middle there. Otherwise, how are you gonna, like, get rid of the fairy?
I'm pretty sure the safe spot is also border team only, so...
Like, I mean, like, look, I feel like most characters would already have, like, the hell number extend when they get to Moko. But here, Alice is like 556 instead of 666.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. Jeez.
Oh, it doesn't look like they know how to deal with this spell.
Hmm.
Well, I guess Moko doesn't move too much, so the range isn't that big of an issue during bosses. The damage is though.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot what I said. I
Alright.
forgot about this.
Alright. Someone said that Alice has done worse in shipping dojins. You know, that should be a poll. Where has Alice been done worse? Imperishable Knight or shipping dojins? At least he's dealing with the phoenixes.
Actually,
Alright.
it seems like the laser can actually pierce both. That's a risky. The laser during spells can actually pierce both the Phoenix Aura and Moko herself, and a similar effect to how you can pierce both Yuko and Yuko's fan with Marissa being PCB. So actually her performance during Extra is actually not bad during a spell cast. She'll deal a fair amount of damage, but in only those circumstances.
Alright, there he goes. He's got the devil number one up.
You'd have to be trying really hard to not get it, to be fair.
I'm just shocked because, like, you know, you see most shot types go through the stage. I feel like you already see them get it before Moko, so that's just really a testament to how little coverage Alice has in this game. Wait, is he like just sitting in an area where like those top amulets get cancelled out?
It does. I don't believe that can actually happen with without border team, but oh, I'm not sure if they were actually dodging that. I wasn't really paying too much attention to that spell.
Jeez.
All right. Stay still, please. Thank you. Oh, risky cut there.
Ooh.
Alright, we're starting to get into the actually difficult nons now. Yep.
You know, I've actually been looking at a lot of PC98 videos, and I just realized that this non, the way that it's firing, kind of looks similar to how Gengetsu fires her, rape time segment.
I mean, Rings is also very similar. Her 8th non. It doesn't look like they really know what to do on Wu. Not really much of a Wu, but you also won't be able to do much damage with the safe one. Oh.
Huh.
Phoenix Tail, I don't really know how the spell works. It feels pretty RNG. Ah! Well, there we go.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, it does look pretty RNG. Like, it's kind of hard to tell, like, where exactly the thickest layer is really gonna appear.
These are good bombs, though. He's not death bombing, so he's conserving a lot of resources that way. Alright, here comes rings.
I thought that was a death bomb, but like not like the death bomb that this game really presents itself with, but like.
No, if it's a death bomb, the effect is much more pronounced. Like you'll see, just now, there the rainbow colored rings that appear from the bomb.
Yeah, like I know death bombing in this game usually is like.
I didn't hear
like
the I didn't hear the death sound effect, so I don't think that was a death bomb. But anyway, this spell is awful. But they seem to know what they're doing.
That's good.
Which makes the Wu all the more surprising because I'd say that Wu was easier to root than this.
Hmm.
Oh well. Alright. Possessed by Phoenix. Alice shouldn't have any real disadvantage on this spell. I guess the one disadvantage is that you don't get to Malice Cannon this pattern down. But that was also kinda dumb to begin with, so bleh. Just spin around the center here and you should be fine.
Speed. Huh. But I would love to hear Gasar's take on spin if he were here.
And now for the literally free part of the spell.
You know, I will say this, in the fighting game, it's like, when they added, like, Moko into ULIL, I kind of, like, realized that these familiars right here are actually just, like, firecrackers that she throws in those games.
Ah!
And I guess, like, oh.
Oh.
Oof!
Oops. I mean, it's a stable clear.
It happened.
I think it happened. Ooh, maybe it didn't. I'm not sure if this unlocks imperishable shooting.
God.
Ah.
Alright, that was at least a good bomb right there.
I think they don't really know what to do on this stuff. You have to just spin as well, but not the easiest thing. Not to mention, the longer you take on this spell, the less area you have, which can make it very awkward. Alright, there we go. Is there imperishable shooting?
Alright.
Nope. Oh well. Didn't cap in those spells.
Alright, well, congrats. GG's, you cleared extra with Alice.
Yeah.
You madman.
Alice
Why would you do this to yourself?
Alice honestly doesn't perform too badly on Moko. In fact, her damage is above average on Moko. Moko spells particularly. But the rest of the stage is painful. So good job.
I would... the mad lad.
Alright, let's just speed this up. Reading dialogue, huh?
Reading dialogue. You know, I never had a good look at Moko's defeat portrait in a good long while, and it's like... She looks just as burnt as probably the person who played through that stage.
Alright, we have 2 DDC runs up next. But
Oh
one
boy.
DDC run has the luxury of using Reimu A. The other DDC run has the pain of using Reimu B. There is a very sizable difference between the two, and we will see just how bad DDC can get without using one of the 3 busted shot types.
Okay, why are my Touhou games lagging all of a sudden? Like this is odd.
Don't know.
Like, is it something I have on in the background? Is something hogging memory? Okay, I guess something is hogging memory.
It's okay if you just watch
Oh! Oh, I think it's like I had like a mod loader open because I was actually playing through a game, loading mods in it.
It's okay if you just watch the stream as well.
Okay.
Alright, Coin Van Cleef is a Hearthstone reference, but let's have a look at this run. I'm going to skip to Kagero, because Kagero. For Lunatic 1cc, Reimu A or Sakuya A is one of the 2 shots that I would personally recommend. Mercer B is also a very popular one because you get to abuse that bomb, especially on Lunatic, for a lot of extents. It is not rare to see someone lose everything, lose all their lives on Kagero, and then come out and then reach the Yatsuhashi fight with full lives, because stage 4 is just that good with Mercer B's bombs. But you would have to actually know how to use the bomb, and the bomb has its weaknesses. Whereas Reimu A and and Sakuya A are just ridiculously strong shot types with ridiculously strong bombs as well. I'm actually gonna never mind, he bomb past it. Alright, here comes Kagero. Oh, well, just one past it, why not? So, one of the big things about abusing Reimu A is that your Gohei deals more damage to bosses the more they're positioned on the boss. And you can, usually the Gohei will just slip to like having a corner, having an edge touch the boss, which deals a moderate amount of damage but not a lot. To deal a lot of damage, you have to manually position the Gohei on top of the boss, which happens if you're close enough to the boss and then you focus. The other thing is that the Gohei itself doesn't despawn if you shift spam. That way you can actually fire off some homing amulets as well, adding to the damage that the Gohei itself already deals. But yeah, those are the 2 big tricks: positioning and then repositioning the Gohei, and then shift spamming in a manner not dissimilar to Malice Cannoning to add some extra damage. Of course, the final trick for a DDC 1cc is to bomb everything, which is being displayed very well here. Hey, well, maybe not that much.
I mean, yeah, with Kagero, it is kind of hard to really pick up on her moves, especially like if you're like not doing her spell cards with bombs.
Alright, here's stage 4. Reimu A should have like literally no problems with stage 4. The Ben fight is another story, but bombs. Yeah, look at how well that Gohei just oppresses every single yin yang orb. Normally they'd be firing a lot more lasers, a lot more spam, but that's not the case. Ooh.
Ooh.
Good 2.0 actually.
Hmm. I will definitely say getting the bonus like from these are they called jewels or do we just call them yin yangs?
Yangs.
Alright. Because like I know some people call them jewels. Anyway, I know like trying to get like the bonus with those yin yangs is like a little bit tricky because it's like you gotta at least get 3 of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, liking this cheese right here though.
I'm pretty sure this is intended by Zun because, I mean, maybe Reimu A can deal with this section normally, but the spam is just unreasonable to dodge, so... Alright.
I mean, usually I just see Reimu's and Sakuya's just sitting there, like with the option sitting behind them. But I guess like with Reimu A, you can just sort of tuck yourself in a corner. Anyway, Yatsuhashi.
Yeah,
I mean, first non-Yatsuhashi shouldn't be too much.
Well, DDC doesn't drop any extends or bombs, so you just get life pieces, bomb pieces from the bonuses from capturing patterns, which is very not worth it. He's got the right idea, just bombing anything remotely difficult. We're approaching the final part of the stage, where the yin yangs can actually become slightly threatening if you don't really know where you're going. Ooh, 1.6. Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, here comes. Good circle, that's a 2.0.
Yeah.
Slice.
Nice.
1 life is about to go down. In just 10 seconds time, probably. Oh, he's positioning for the hit sit. Yeah, this is a nice cheese on the first non, and really, you need to do these cheeses on the Ben nons, otherwise you will die horribly. And this is also a big reason why Marissa A really sucks on Ben. Ben non-spells are ridiculously dense, ridiculously random. Ooh, good cap. They're misdirectable, but you can only misdirect for like 1 way, so unless you can speed kill the pattern, the misdirect won't matter too much, which is very much the case of Marissa A.
Hang on, isn't there a dodge you can do if you just sit on like Ben's head on like that spell card? Or am I thinking like ISC?
You can do that, but it's incredibly precise, and the ISC version is a lot more lenient with that. It needs to stop train wrecking though. Oh dear.
Oh jeez.
This spell really isn't that difficult though. So maybe he was trying to dodge it. Alright, the last non is a giant meme. Yep, good decision. And here comes the final spell, which is also a giant meme. And also a bomb. One thing that he's not really doing is, he seems to be very hesitant about bombing from a position, from like a distance. The Gohei itself, like the head of the Gohei itself, you don't have to have that connect, because even the rod itself will do a lot of damage. In fact, I think if you point blank bomb, you'll do more damage than connecting with the Gohei.
Huh. Alright.
Alright, stage 5, once again the homing gains a major advantage, but it doesn't seem like he's exploiting it properly.
Yeah, I think like, I definitely see what you mean right here, because you definitely want to get more in close with the yin yangs right there in order to properly
the yin yang from behind. But this section becomes completely free, because you get to split your options apart and then cover two sides of the screen simultaneously.
I know I'm pretty bad on doing that because it's like I usually try to get bonuses as I'm shooting them down, but you know, if that's safer, then you know that's probably the more ideal strat.
He's got a good idea of what to do here. You have to just try to deny the big fairies from really firing anything. But got a little greedy and went for a Hawk and then didn't even get the life bomb piece, so very risky. Didn't really matter too much. So. Alright. This spell should also just be bombs. Oh, but he's out of bombs, so you have to try to dodge it. Please bomb! What are you doing? Okay, never mind. He didn't go for the pop bomb there, where he probably would have gotten a life piece from it, but whatever.
Yeah, I am internally screaming after seeing that.
The option disjoint is really useful here. Alright, now we come to the yin yang spam again and just try to kill them as fast as you can. Oh, well, okay, the bomb is fine. That actually gets you a 2.0, so for a 1cc it's probably just worth doing that. You don't have to bother about dodging anything. Ooh, close dodge.
Yeah, at least that.
Alright, bomb here. Yep.
Yeah, this seems like a good idea. Please, bomb!
Life piece?
Okay, good. Nice.
Alright, this isn't a stellar amount of resources for Sager, but stage 6 does grant you a ton of resources. You can get a lot of 2.0s in stage 6, so as long as you can make it past Sager with like, I would say like 1 life and maybe 2 bombs, that would be good.
And he's doing like the Malice Cannon trick with Reimu here because I believe like in these modern games, like Reimu can do a Malice Cannon-esque trick, but it's like it's more pronounced with Reimu A in this game.
Ooh, that sucks. Well, normally you would just be denying yourself Persuasion Needle shots, so I don't think it matters too much with like a normal Reimu shot type, but with specifically Reimu A, because the Gohei itself won't despawn for a while, which is very similar to how Alice's laser doesn't despawn for a while, you can just use the Malice Cannon trick.
I actually know in like tool assigned runs of DDC, whenever people pick Reimu A, doing it fast enough actually causes the Gohei to split into like
there's a lot of
2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, there's a lot of conditions necessary for that to happen. I believe you actually have to be above the boss for that to happen. So it's not like the easiest trick to do, otherwise... because even I haven't been able to pull it off since I don't really know how this glitch works, but some people do, and it's not the easiest thing to pull off. Alright, here comes stage 6, and this is really where you can start milking a lot of life. This section, just granting you a free 2.0. Ah! Oh dear.
Oof. That wasn't quite a 2.0.
Oh, he's out of bombs, that's why. Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just suicide to get bombs, just for the POC bomb.
Yeah.
But... Well,
seems like he's still insisting to dodge here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so this section, if you do the option disjoint, you can actually risk poking every now and then, but you have to be very careful because these mentors travel at light speed and you really don't want to get gipped by one of them randomly. The homing amulets are not always very reliable at killing them, so the Gohei is much better at that.
and yet he's not using the Gohei.
Well, it doesn't matter. But that just means that he's not gonna get he's not gonna get a single poke off on that section, which, bleh. But Sage's second non is going to provide another 2.0, so that's 4 lives, exactly 4 lives going into Shin, which is more than enough.
I mean, it should be enough for clear.
Yeah, especially if you just bomb the bowl, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, first non-stings. Just first non-stings. Hey, good death bomb, good death bomb.
Ooh.
Alright, first spell is very tricky. Yeah, I guess bomb. Why didn't people complain about RNG micrododge bullshit? That's because DDC itself is already bullshit, so you don't just complain about that. Okay, this non has a safe spot if you can get right beside Shin, but not like this. Okay, usually what you have to do is you will have to move to the opposite side of where she's firing so that you can actually get the safe spot off. Or you just have to keep going back and forth and you'll have to deal with a minimal amount of bullets. You have to be very decisive on that non. Okay, this spell is painful. You can circle around the top of Shin for 1 wave and then bomb. Yep, there we go. Exactly as planned.
All according to the plan.
Resource is getting a little tight.
Hmm.
Alright, good bomb. And then Training Needle Sword should also just be bombed. It's doable, but not at 1cc level. There we go. Bomb doesn't kill it, but just streaming it to the left. Ooh, very nicely done, very nicely done. Alright, final non should just be bombed if you're not comfortable. I think I actually capped this on my 1cc, so... I was using Sakuya, granted. Alright, 2 lives, and we're at the survival. This should be a very easy clear now.
Yeah. Granted, I feel like this is doable on 1cc pace, but like, you know, first time doing this, it does kind of throw you off, like, oh my god, I'm suddenly bigger, but like, you know, if you do follow the path and like, even if you kind of screw up, at least when playing Reimu,
I mean, yeah, this spell is absolutely a blind killer, and especially if you're playing with a character that doesn't have Reimu box. Because you probably already know this, but Sakuya and Marissa have bigger hitboxes than their hitbox sprites on this spell. The scaling
Wait, the
isn't quite right.
hitbox is bigger than the...
Yes, it's bigger than the sprite suggests, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty dumb. But because of that, that spell gets ridiculously... actually gets like a lot tighter, a lot more difficult. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell? Oh,
what are you doing? What are you doing?
He definitely screwed up. What you want to do on this spell is you want to just approach and then move away from the orb so that they permanently stay still in one big clump, right next to Shin. Don't even go for the life piece because at this point it doesn't matter. Just focus on the damage. This spell is not bomb immune, which will make this literally free 1cc from this point. Just keep bombing. But yeah, screwed out the penultimate a little bit. Not quite a lot, actually.
Look, I think I might restart my laptop after this, though, so I will be dipping out, but I will come back in really quickly, so...
Oh, yeah, no problem. Die, and then just bomb, and there we go. 1cc.
Nice.
Congratulations. Very nicely done. That is how you want CC DDC. You just bomb everything.
Yep.
We don't call it a perpetual resource machine for nothing.
Mm. And
Alright, Jack. Just restart your laptop now if you have to. While we start the next run. Which, as I said earlier, is going to be the same game, same difficulty, same 1cc, but with a significant shot type disadvantage. Rainbow B is bad. The focus shot deals nowhere near as much damage. The bomb doesn't deal anywhere near as much damage. You're just really weak. So we're gonna have to see how Jetto here handles playing with Rainbow B. Honestly, the worst part of Rainbow B is that you lose the homing that you get from Rainbow A's focus. It's the third worst shot in DDC. Of course, Mercer A and Southia B are in like a league of their own in terms of how bad they are for this game, but Rainbow B is pretty bad as well. Alright, let's jump into it. Once again, we're skipping to Kagero. One time when I was participating in a competition that the Chinese community hosts, one of the categories was to play DDC with Rainbow B and try to get as high a score as you can. I didn't make it past stage 3 because I was trying to do Seki Bounty Bombs as well, but the game just feels incredibly different with Rainbow B. Granted, if you know where to bomb, if you know where to milk resources, it's still probably doable. But it is a step up in difficulty from just using Rainbow A or Sakuya A.
right.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Ooh,
So we're now on the Rainbow B replay.
Yes. Oh my god, this mid boss spell takes way longer.
There we go, 60 frames.
Alright, so, Kagero as Rainbow B. I didn't even have to say anything when they died already.
Wow.
Granted, I think that Jetto's routing has been way better than the last run, so that he actually has a lot of lives going into Kagero. I've been getting a lot of 2.0s just by using bombs and pops strategically, but it's still suffering. It's still painful.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened to Rainbow's Needles because they were actually pretty very good in TD, but they got nerfed to shit here, so... Poison.
I guess Soon was like, alright, I must make it evident that they're not as good without the tools, something like that, when Marissa B is better than when she's using her mini hacker in this game.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, just the bomb on that last spell really tells you just how bad the bomb is. Because you had to dodge like half a wave afterwards, whereas with Rainbow A, didn't have to dodge anything. Ah! Oh my god! the orbs exploded before they even hit Kagero, what?
Wow. You okay there, Crescent?
Sorry, I'm choking at how bad this shot type is. Not really, I'm just my throat itching for some reason. Hold on.
This is where you need to get water. Anyway, stage 4. So it's gonna be interesting to see like how he'll do like rotations with this shot.
Yes, Rainbow's needles are spread out so that they don't all hit the boss from TD onwards, but low K Rainbow's damage is actually not that bad in terms of the needles.
I mean, it's still not...
It's not great, but like in DDC it is pretty weak. Marginally stronger than the homing amulet, in fact. Alright,
Well,
yeah, the same trick.
well,
You can do the exact same thing here as well, and you're gonna get a... You're not actually gonna get any bonuses for that.
Going for a bomb out of it, though. I guess it's like...
It's kinda necessary. You'd rather not bomb all 3 waves of that spam. Just bombing out of it is more worth it. But look at how slowly you have to take this now.
My god.
If you ever have to dodge this head on, it is... not very doable. Not very doable.
Yeah.
Eee.
Yep.
Then
It was on the wall.
God, oh!
Oh.
Ah. And
Well,
then it's
you can
god
definitely...
awful. Yikes.
I mean, good if you're Marissa B, but Reimu B and Sakuya B, good luck there, bucko.
Oh my god. 1.6. Salt on top of the wound. There we go, 2.0. That's what you wanted. Granted, this is like the worst, like the least bad of the 3 bad shots in this game because you still have the homing amulets which can deal with stages pretty effectively. But
I mean, like, if you had to clear the game with a bad shot, I guess you'd rather be with Reimu B than any of the others.
yeah. Recently ISN got a Reimu B Lunatic No Miss No Bomb by accident. So it's actually like it's fine. ISN was the Chinese player for the World Cup, if you don't remember. For the
I think I remember.
Yeah.
I remember ISN.
Now the thing is that the guy's actually very good, but the poor guy didn't get the best environmental conditions to play in because the day of his match, temperatures over there suddenly fell to like 6 degrees Celsius indoors. So that's not great if you have to play a very high difficulty game, but I think recently
like...
HNY is also going for a... I mean, he's just playing it really, but he's also kind of going for Sakuyabi LNN, which would be ridiculous if he actually got it.
Yeah, that's not what you use Sakuyabi for, but if you're gonna do it anyway, well...
Then you're
I'm not gonna stop
fucking
you.
player, because Sakuyabi is hands down the worst survival shot in the game. Oh my god, Echo Chamber. Oh my god. Like, this resource count is higher than the last run because of good rooting, but it feels so bad.
And it's like, it's not his fault, I feel. Like,
No.
it's definitely...
No, he's doing his best. But the shot
It's
isn't really helping at all. I mean, oh my god.
like 2 bombs!
Two
2
bombs
bombs
for
on a spell
Requiem.
card!
Oh my god. At least that bomb dealt damage. I would argue that Marissa B and Sakuya B in particular have a much worse time on Requiem.
I mean, I can definitely imagine Sakuya having a worse time on Requiem.
Alright, stage 5. Once again, the lack of real strong homing options negates a lot of 2.0 rules that you could possibly do on this stage. But you can, the homing amulets should suffice in making the stage a lot easier. There we go. You have to follow the same idea of speed killing these large fairies, otherwise they will fire wave after wave of jelly beans that really clutter up the screen.
Yeah.
Alright. Oops.
Jeez.
Oops.
Oops.
Oh, Sage Nons.
Feel Sage in general.
If there is one game that is like the punching bag of Touhou that a lot of people can agree with, it would be DDC.
Yeah. Like, I know there were like some people that were introduced to Touhou through this game. Like, I believe Malik, which some people might know for like Sapphire Panlages and like being one of the people behind the project.
Like the main artist, really.
Yeah, main artist. He was introduced to Touhou through this game.
Yeah, but like when you get to Lunatic, the game's balance or rather difficulty really just starts to shine, and that's when the shot type balance really begins to show its ugly side. And,
yeah. I think I was actually talking to someone who was wanting to get into Touhou for the first time by looking at the Steam gallery. Like, I just said, just go with MOF, and I also said slightly DDC, but don't do it. Thankfully, mentioning Sage's gimmick was enough for them to just get MOF instead.
Sage's gimmick is like actually really bad on Lunatic too. Like on normal, it's not that bad because the spells are designed in such a way that you can dodge without using the affected, without having to use all 4 directions. But on Lunatic, you have to dodge in all 4 directions, and that's just a no.
That just screws with your brain so much.
In fact, like DDC's survival with the good shot is all about skipping difficult patterns. Whereas with the bad shots, you're still forced to deal with all of them, which is what makes the bad shots really this terrible.
God.
I mean, there's no point in you trying to dodge it if you're just gonna bomb it anyway, but the bomb also forced some more dodging, so... Our final non should at least be fine. Alright, then we have Dreambow, which is absolutely painful. This is the one spell which is a gigantic weakness for Marissa B. Since the bomb doesn't cancel these arrows and you don't have a lot of you don't have a lot of iframes.
I kind of have to question, why was Zoom thinking about, like, oh, if you bomb, like, every spell card, including, like, the final one, all the bullets cancel, except for that one.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Maybe Zone was exceptionally drunk making this game.
It must have been a really good beer.
Oh my god, look how many waves this is taking. At least they're handling it really well though. Oh my god, it's still not dead! There we go.
Hey, you captured it though.
That's a good capture. Yeah. Oh jeez. And now we have actually more resources than the Rainbow A run, but alright, 5 lives.
Alright, so you're gonna suicide? Yep, I think they're gonna suicide.
I think
Why
they
aren't
want to
you
save the
suiciding?
death wave on the enemies. Huh? They dodged through it. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you're almost guaranteed to die on this wave, so there we go. And then you. Oh no, 1.6. Ah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That.
The gimmick of Green Bow is that the bullets go warp from the top of the screen to the bottom. So if you could cancel
Oh
the rip life piece. But yeah, the gimmick of Green Bow is that the bullets warp from top to bottom. So if you could cancel the bullets from the get-go, then spell would have nothing in it. But it makes Mercer be horrendously bad on it. So equal trade-off. The spell's pretty dumb anyway, so. Alright, 5 lives for Shin. Pretty much what happened last run as well, but now we have a much worse shot type to do it with. Especially one that actually does quite little damage to the bowl. So,
God. Not even gonna try and dodge the cucumbers.
The precision that you need on this spell is actually a little insane. Usually when either I see people just dodging through the cucumber bullets, or like they will try to weave like into the dense part of one of the white rings to misdirect them.
Alright, are we gonna see the misdirect here?
Gonna get it one after one bomb, but I mean it was necessary with this shot type.
Oh my god!
It's doing no damage! Oh my god!
Zun, what was he thinking from TD to this game? Nerfing the crap out of these homing amulets.
I mean, at least the homing amulets are connecting. Sakuya's knives have an even worse time with Tenon. With Sakuya B. Alright, this spell, technically you could root it, but if you're doing a 1cc, I think you're just gonna die to it anyway. It's very likely you get yourself walled! Ooh! That's a big wall. Ah, that's risky. That's really risky. Yeah, that's a bomb. Oh my god. This is just not doing any damage to Shin.
He's just hitting Shin with like wet noodles.
Why unfocused? Why unfocused? Oh no. Alright, it's fine.
Okay, good. Jeez.
That sucks. Okay. Upsides. You still have Reimu box for the survival. And I think with this amount of rooting, you shouldn't screw up the penultimate, so this will still be a lot of resources for the final, which is also kind of rootable. And yeah, they actually start in a much better position for the survival compared to the last run. But also this survival is kind of free with Reimu box, so...
God, the tapping movement looks so janky. With the sprite so big.
You don't really notice until it's this big, but yeah. Oh, that's really bad. Oh. Alright, hopefully he doesn't screw this up. Yeah, he has an idea of what to do on this. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. Oh no, not again.
Okay, good death bomb at least. Good death bomb.
Jeez.
Oh no.
No, not again. You really don't want this to happen. Alright.
Alright. One life, 2 bombs into the last base.
The bombs just don't do any damage to Shin though, is the problem. so you're actually forced to like play the spell. Granted, it's not like a very difficult final. If you know that you're just the general gist of what you're doing, you should be able to damage it down, but this is just really risky at this point. Especially once the blue walls kick in. That's the real kicker. Which they're happening right now.
I think this is still a clear though, at least.
Yeah, this is still a comfortable clear. The bombs, even with how little damage they're doing, will still be able to kill Shin with the 2 bombs remaining from this life, but... Oh! Not even dying! That's nice. That's really good. Alright, 1 life clear with Reimu B. That's a very nice 1cc indeed. Good rooting. Shame about some of the life pieces, shame about some of the 1.6s, but it was enough. And you played with one of the worst shot types in the game, so this is a very good 1cc indeed. Alright, that wraps up DDC with Bash the Game enough. We're gonna now move on to His scoring, and THTK, you can jump on now to commentate your own score run once you're ready.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
His
Hello there.
lunatic scoring is one of the games which is all execution based. Once you reach the max PIV, it really is just seeing how many bullets you can cancel throughout the whole game. And hello there.
Are you gonna say hello back, or are you just gonna be quiet there?
I think they may be adjusting the mic or something.
Alright.
This was done with Aya Autumn, which is the premier scoring shot type for Lunatic. THK, THK, once you're ready, just say something.
Yep.
We can't hear you right now if you didn't realize. Yeah, he's having mic issues. Alright, we'll just wait a while for him to fix that. This is his score run, so we'll actually be able to have a nice commentated score run for once.
6.4 bill, that seems like a decent score.
Yeah, it's pretty high already.
For the game.
I mean, with the world record being so high, it can be easy to underestimate it, but that's because Sonisico is a fucking mad lad who uses some really risky and really profitable routes.
I mean, I'll say, like, you know, the timings that you have to have on the releases is just insane, especially with, like, with how the autumn release is just so nerfed from the demo, at least in terms of, like, iframes after the release is done.
You have to get a good feel for how the super speed with the release controls, you have to get a good feel for how Aya plays. You have to know how to cancel the bullets optimally as well, so all of that is really part of the scoring. Oh, hello, we're hearing a bit.
Yep, I'm hearing something.
Hello, hello? Sorry.
You might want to turn it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I still can't really hear you at 200% volume. I still have the task replay in here. This is gonna desync like hell if I play it, because obviously this is normal as if it's not Tri-Ultra.
Oh, hey, I actually got like a Mystia replay in here, along with like a Sanai replay from the character patches.
Yeah, thanks Bender. I completely forgot that I didn't switch the source. There we go. There we go. Sorry, we still can't hear you.
My microphone is at 100% volume, I don't know what's going on.
You just sound really soft for some reason.
Yeah, I can only vaguely hear you.
I'm trying to get it fixed on my end.
Hold on, let me see.
Is this better?
That's much better.
Yeah, that's
My
plenty
micro-
better.
Yeah, it was a setting on my microphone for whatever reason.
Alright, so welcome. Once you're ready, we're gonna start the replay countdown.
Yeah, I'm getting the game up right now.
Okay. So, are we gonna like analyze it stage by stage, or are we just gonna like skip to a certain bit?
No, we're
I
just
would
gonna
actually
analyze the whole run, really.
Yeah. I would like to go through the whole run.
All right then.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Alright, in that case, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so the first thing I immediately want to do is get up to a level 6 release as soon as I can. The higher your release level is in this game, the more PIV you'll actually get.
From
So-
each release, yeah.
Yeah, so early game, the higher release level, the more PIV. So, like, it's imperative that I get at least up to a level 5 before mid-boss Eternity. And then there's a good headset graze I can use right up here to get up to the level 6.
Oh, nice. Break around there for a little bit of extra bullet cancel. I mean, any amount at this point is worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it is. I think like at least 1,000 PIV is worth like tens of millions and like later on, just because of how much score this game gives.
And yeah, this phase of the game is really just raising your PIV to 500k as quickly as you can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
I am gonna use a bomb so that I can like use the invincibility to get more grays and spawn more season items as a result.
The season items in this game, they will spawn if you graze bullets or if you speed kill enemies. But
Even just shooting enemies will spawn some.
yeah. But on Lunatic, the grazing component is obviously a lot higher, so that's what we're gonna be doing here a lot.
So yeah, like if you look, my PIV is already at 90,000.
This game is just something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't worry, Wabok is I think a little more ridiculous than this, but
I am gonna take
that's
that is intentional so that I can refill bombs, so that I can do more bomb grazing.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing to notice that the timers in his Sifis are really short.
They really are, yeah.
Probably intentional so that you don't like spend forever milking every pattern, but at the same time it does severely restrict how much we can really get out of the early stages.
It does. But yeah, like level 5s and 6s are important. That death is again intentional, but even if it wasn't, it wouldn't really matter here because you need to get up to a level 6 anyway for this non.
Just really taking advantage of Aya's Bomb here as well. Aya's Bomb will move in a direction of like of your past movement.
It tends to lean in the direction that you were moving in. Yeah. So like if you're moving to the left, it'll kind of move to the left. If you're staying still, it'll just go vertically. And then it's actually worth it to spam level 1s here because you can't really get your grays up too much.
Yeah, so just getting any bullet cancels here is worth it already.
Mm-hmm. And every bullet that you cancel is worth 1/10 of your PIV. So right now, every bullet is worth 16,000 points, and that just increases the more PIV you get.
And that's eternity.
Huh.
Yeah, so stage 164,000 PIV. And this is actually the big, not the stage, but Nemuno coming up is the big PIV gain of the run.
Yeah, Nemuno nons and the spells in general are pretty good for fall release. But once
I
again,
mean, I would imagine like this stage fitting the full release because I want to say like I want to say like Zoom probably designed the stages to like, you know, be advantageous for like certain releases.
a winter release doesn't really have much of a scoring advantage.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, someone who's dabbled in lower difficulty scoring and in particular with the other releases.
I want to point out I had trouble actually suiciding there to get my bombs back.
Wow.
But you want to grace these because you just need the levels. In particular for the mid boss as well.
I also want to make sure that I keep hold of this bomb until I reach Nemuno mid, quote unquote mid.
But yeah, the other releases, the other seasons have a very different style of scoring. But
yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
much every other, I mean, both summer and winter gain a huge amount of PIV from one on spell.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
Yeah, curl up and die. It's like just chasing the bullet spawn point here, so you just get more grace and then...
Yeah, yeah, you chase the bullets because you chase the spawn point because it gets you more graze, more and more PIV too.
And you have to kill the mid boss non so that you can actually get a spell drop from it.
Yeah.
I think that drop in particular is really useful because that's when Nemuno drops a bomb also, which that means like more bombs to drop in order to get more grace.
Yes. But now we're going to see the Nemuno milking again, and this is going
Yeah,
to...
I actually don't milk it as well as I should have, because I'm only getting like 32. You want to get at least 34, 35,000 PIV each time, and I'm only getting like 32.
Yeah, you're not quite really chasing the bullet for spawn points, so you're losing a bit there.
Yeah, I did this like in the middle of the night on a whim, so...
But the goal of Nemuno is to just reach as close as you can to the PIV cap of 500,000. So you will probably reach it like during stage 3. Alright, just more milking of these nons.
And it's about at this point where it's not worth it to get high level releases anymore because my PIV is just so high.
Yeah, it's about to be capped anyway, so at this point, all you care about is the bullet cancel items themselves, which are worth a tenth of the PIV score. And this is also really where the game's abusiveness shines through, because for every bullet you cancel, you will also get a leaf item, which fills your gauge back up.
Yeah, Autumn is like the best one that just kind of feeds into itself.
Indeed. The other seasons can often have problems with getting enough levels back because they don't cap PIV nearly as quickly.
Yeah, Autumn's mobility just like really helps with that too.
It's not really that easy to control Autumn though, because you move so fast that
no, it's not. Like you really do have to practice it.
Yeah, it's easy to just slip up and run into stuff a lot. And of course, at this point, every release you have a very specific path that you have to take to maximize the bullet cancels. Oh, the release has to kill the berries.
Yeah, the release does damage too, so you can use it to kill enemies as well. Like that actually becomes very important in later stages. It's very possible to hit 500k PIV during Namuno, but that requires a much more optimal stage 1 and 2 route than I use. Like, for context, Sone Suku's route, the world record holder, actually takes an intentional suicide at the start of stage 1 so that he can get to level 6 before I do. And just get more releases.
The level of optimization for this game is actually pretty high already.
Yeah, I think this game has a really high skill cap.
Like, strictly speaking, like in a conventional survival sense, this game doesn't seem like the scoring has any difficulty to it, but when you're at
it's a lot harder than it looks.
It's way harder.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like, it's shocking to like see like the amount of like stuff you need to pay attention to when you actually begin to seriously score for the game.
Yeah, and if you get a higher release level than you're expecting, you can actually die because of that, because the cooldown increases when the level increases.
Yeah, that's another thing. After every release, you can't just spam another release right away. There's always a cooldown. And in fact, sorry, go ahead.
I also wanted to point out that it's also at this point that dying any deaths is going to be a mistake. I don't want any more deaths from this point on, because every power item, when you're at full power, is worth the same as a full value point item.
Yes, which is worth 500,000. That's a lot. You can't afford to make those mistakes at the top level of scoring. But if you die, that's 50 point items lost, which is
it's about 25. It's about 25 million. Plus, you also lose whatever score you would have lost from releases.
Yeah. So it's quite costly to make mistakes now. But now we're at PIV cap. We really don't care about the release levels anymore, and
nope. It's just cancel as many bullets as you can.
Oh. Ah.
Ooh. Yeah.
If the level's not quite right, then you can have less than expected frames for the release itself. And then you just
I thought I had a higher release level than I did, so I try to cancel more bullets. And then this spell is actually like completely routable in a score run. I'm pretty sure it is in a survival too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And this is really where the non start to become really, really profitable. 'Cause, like, just looking up at the top right, you can just see how much score I'm getting with every release.
Every bullet is 50,000 points.
50,000, yeah. So 10 bullets is 500,000. 20 bullets is 1,000,000. So on. And you know, Lunatic has like hundreds of bullets that it sends at you every time.
Like, that was already like 100 million right there.
Yeah, and this spell, if you do it right, is worth like 250 mil.
I see you're actually just straight up cancelling the latest on your release runs though.
Yeah, like the idea is to release, move out of the, like, I use the HP ring as a visual indicator. So I'm releasing, moving out of the ring, and then moving back in so that I can get up to a level 3 again, and it just like cancels as much of the lasers as I can.
Yeah, the curvy lasers in this game have a weird property where if you cancel like the base of them, they'll stop spawning altogether. So you have to stay at like to the side there so that you can actually cancel more of the curvy lasers, which is worth a significant amount more.
It's also a problem, like, you also want to, like, avoid damaging her as much as possible, too, because if you cap, that's, like, that can be, like, up to 100 million lost.
Yeah. Alright, how do you actually score the final?
I do, so, like, you do a little bit of grazing, and then it's like you just kind of go around, alternating.
Oh!
I did actually mess up a little bit there, because I was waiting for the copy on to spawn the red bullets, but I kind of went a little too early.
I kind of thought scoring this would mean that you'd have to, like, take down the copy on in order to get, like, a bunch of seasonal items, but...
You really don't need it.
She shoots bullets. She shoots bullets, so you want to cancel those bullets instead.
Alright, I get that makes a lot more sense, yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Alright, and that's almost 2 bills from the first 2 stages.
Yeah. And it's only gonna increase from there. I don't remember exactly how my stage 4 went. I think the beginning was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, that looks quite fine. There we go, the releases to kill the fairies as well.
Mm-hmm. You actually can't go immediately because otherwise you wouldn't actually cancel enough to get a release back. So like I'm waiting for all the fairies to spawn and shoot before I can release again. And this section is actually a lot harder to get releases back than it looks.
You have to be very careful not to ram into them.
That and like if you don't get enough back for a release, you have to deal with this big dense wave.
Yeah.
And like try to dodge until you get it back.
Alright, and then we're just gonna run circles around the boss again.
I'm actually doing this not as optimally as I could because like I'm trying to be careful not to get hit by the green Mentos. But like I could be releasing earlier than I actually am. But it's like this was a really good run to this point, so like I wanted to be sort of safe.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I actually also didn't kill her in time. I wanted to kill her a little earlier so that more filler fairies would come in. But I couldn't. So like I couldn't get a release back in time for this section.
Oh, that's a pretty big score loss.
This section is actually like super hard to do optimally anyway. I think even Maribel's 7 billion didn't even do it all the way. I believe he bombed as well.
Alright, the final section here.
Oh, yeah, tragic moments coming up.
Uh-oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh!
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear.
That one just didn't cancel. Oh, so Narumi First has a really good strat to it. And it's really easy, too.
Just sit there, and you get a lot of crit.
Sit there for a little bit. Then you release, it gets you up to a level 4, and that's enough to go back around and just cancel a lot of bullets. Like, this is probably one of my favorite save spots in the game, just because of what it does.
I mean, it looks incredibly silly also, so I'll give props to that.
Yeah. You actually have a lot more room than you would think, too. Like, I don't think her hitbox actually starts until, like, halfway down her eyes.
Yeah. The hitbox is like tight for this spell for survival, but not the non really.
Yeah.
Isn't that same sort of safe spot in like all the other nons also? But it's like kind of harder
but
without.
because she's
It's harder
moving,
because
it's a lot harder
she
to
moves
follow.
and shoots at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the last one, she's just constantly shooting.
It's just Narumi nons are a big problem for static releases like summer and winter once
Yeah.
again.
Then also coming up on Bullet Golem, Sonitsuka I think is the only one that actually tries to capture this spell, but what I do is like I time a bomb so that I can get a little bit of a release in just before I finish the card off.
Bullet Golem is really hard.
It is. It's her hardest spell, I'd say.
Yeah.
So how can a Jizo statue fire off a mini sun again?
Don't question
It's a
Touhou
bullet
logic.
golem. It's a bullet golem, not a mini sun.
According
Like,
to
I like to think of it as like a giant stone bullet that she just has as a pet.
yeah, that's what it says in the Grimoire of Usami as well. Right, the final
It's not too bad in a score.
yeah.
Huh.
You just get in well, it's a little bit more than enough back from just cancelling every wave. Oh, I cleaned it.
Mm-hmm. There's actually a more optimal strat that can like cancel all the bullets from both waves, but I haven't learned that yet.
I see.
And it doesn't seem too hard either.
Alright. So now we're at 3 bill and stage 5 and stage 6 left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 5 seems kind of awkward to score with all of the revenge bullets that the Yin Yangs have.
It is, yeah, you have to make sure that you circle around twice to make sure that you grab the revenge bullets too. Are you guys actually on stage 5 already?
Not yet, no, Narumi dialogue. Okay, there we go.
Going through the dialogue. Okay.
Yeah, we're still synced
Okay.
up.
Alright.
Ooh. Is there a risk of ramming into the Yin Yangs there?
Not those ones, no. The release does enough damage that it'll actually kill them. But the laser yin yangs, there is absolutely a risk of that, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I remember trying to do this on hard, and it's like I kind of got screwed up by like the waves that they fired after doing autumn releases on them.
Yeah,
You have to do
yeah.
it
Like
twice.
if you notice, I'm like circling around twice after I kill them just to make sure that I grab those bullets. And then this spirit section coming up is like it took me so long to figure out how to actually do this in a score setting. Like I'm not sure how easy it is to tell, but like I'm like tapping focus over and over so I can make sure that I grab as many bullets as I can while also killing the spirits.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
This is not easy. Oh.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest section of stage. That's probably one of the hardest sections of stage 5. It also meant that I missed out on a release here. That's on the spirit section right after.
Oh. Oh. Ah, yeah, you have to kill it fast so that laser section spawns again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's funny. Survival wants to time that down, but scoring wants to kill it as fast as possible.
Because the yin yang, because the lasers are harder to dodge, but I mean you're canceling it, so
Yeah. Well, the lasers are also completely static too. Like, if you're in the same position every time, the lasers will just pass by you.
I see. Alright, once again, more revenge bullets.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are aimed, though.
Yeah. Well, sorta aimed.
They seem to go slower, also.
Yeah, but it's like, there's also enough bullets to get you a level 3 every time, too, so you gotta keep that in mind as well. So, I'm just gonna put it out there. I hate dancers, even in a score run. I don't think anyone enjoys this fight at all.
No, no, not really.
Behind Festival is the worst card in the game. Changed my mind.
You're not wrong.
Well, look, be thankful that you don't have to go through my spell cards in a score. Do you have to go through my cards in a score run?
Which one is mine?
The green
one.
No, you don't. You go for Satono.
Yeah, Satono's
Okay.
one was it. Because Satono has
Well-
curvy lasers.
Actually, I think for the second spell, it doesn't actually matter too much which one you go for.
I mean, I guess, but I do kind of feel like, you know, if you had to pick, like, either one of them, Mai's at least a little bit more merciful.
Tanabata probably...
I say that in the loosest sense.
I'm not sure how difficult Tanabata would be to score, but it's a nightmare card regardless.
Yeah. But yeah, like you can see, I'm not even trying to time these nons down. I'm just killing them as fast as I can because they're terrible. I do actually stop shooting on that spell so that I can make sure that the bomb runs out before the next non starts. Because, like, the thing about this fight is that after every spell card, you always get enough season back for at least a level 1. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the spell name is glitched in replays.
I'm viewing this in TH patch, so it's not really glitching it out for me, so...
No, there's a glitch where the spell name will display as On's first spell.
Oh.
I'm watching on Unpatched, so I don't really see that. Unfortunate Tengu Frenzy. I don't know why I didn't get enough for a release back there.
But this is really highlighting, this spell really highlights how the lasers are weird to cancel in this game.
Yeah, and they kind of like fire at different rates too, so they end up eventually desyncing, just making things much more complicated.
Yeah. I remember when I was watching TWC, the Japanese player was counting how many beats to release on this pattern.
That was for the first spell, not Tengu Frenzy.
Oh, right. Oops.
Also, that last release was kind of unfortunate because I wanted to have a release going into Stage 6, and I don't.
Oh dear.
So it's like, during this dialogue, I'm like, oh shoot, what do I do? I guess just bomb at the start?
Yeah, probably.
It doesn't really lose me too much score. I think it only lost me like, probably like 20 or 30 million, and like you can get like, so like I still got like at least 50 million from that.
Yeah, they don't spawn too many bullets. That seems risky.
If you go slow, it's actually not too risky, but you absolutely can go into those faster than your release can actually kill them. Oh, yeah, another unfortunate moment coming up.
Oh,
Yeah, that was, you know that release cooldown I was talking about earlier? That's exactly what happened there. I had a level 3, I thought it came out as a level 2, so I was a lot more careful on the other fairies. Oh, also I want to say, pay close attention to this first non, because, oh, you'll know when you see it. Can't remember where exactly it is, but yeah, it should be coming up here soon.
Don't tell me you run into her.
No, better.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Almost!
Oh my. That's a big wince.
Like my heart skipped a beat when I saw how close that bullet was to me.
Ay.
Oy vey.
But that's just like one of the big challenges, really, because you move so fast. You have to have a really good sense of how long your iframes are. Otherwise, accidents will happen constantly. Oh,
yeah.
Didn't mean to. Probably didn't mean to kill the spell there, right?
I mean, no, but I do not have a good track record with that spell. I've only just recently been getting consistent with it, so I played it a little safe.
Alright.
It's not... The Nolans are what's worth the most score anyway, not really the spells.
Yeah.
I think Snowman is the only spell that's, like, really worth a lot, but even then... Yeah, it's like... So, like... I'm also, like, trying to kind of have a balance of canceling the bullets as close to her as possible while also not damaging her as much as possible. Oh, by the way, this card is free in score runs.
Yeah, you just cancel everything. And you have no risk of really damaging her with the release, so... Yep, just time it out. It's nice that the fall release is such a good scoring one as well, just because the final is also considerably easier than...
Yeah, I actually also do something that that makes the fall final completely static. I'll explain it a little when we get there.
Also, another lovely part of scoring with static releases. It's completely RNG whether or not Okina will move into the release.
Yeah, I have had several 6 billion pace runs die because Okina decided, hey, let me hug ya.
Yeah. So...
Like, she just wants you to sit on her lap.
Complete RNG is some of the most profitable parts of the game. It's a little iffy. A little iffy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Also, screw Preta.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, rip.
No,
jeez.
I skip it on purpose.
Oh.
It is... I hate the card so much, and it is absolutely not worth it unless you're going for like 8 billion to try and capture it. Yeah, even then, I don't think 8 billion has to. Coming up is Snowman, which actually has like 2 different scoring strats that you can do. So it didn't touch upon it, but when you release, you briefly have a period of invincibility, and you can use that to go straight through Okina and just cancel more bullets than what I'm doing here.
But it's also risky.
It is definitely also risky. You have to know how long those iframes last. But this quote-unquote horseshoe strap that I'm doing is one that Maribel actually... I saw Maribel's 7 billion. And it's actually not too bad. The only problem is that Snowman also... Yeah, Snowman has this tendency to not cancel the black bullets while you're going through them. Like, they take, like, 1 frame to activate, 1 frame, and another frame to deactivate. So, like, if it activates while it's, like, right on top of you, you'll just die even though you're, like, you have your release up.
Yeah, it will kill you through your release, which is very dumb.
It's the only spell in the game, I believe, that acts that way, too.
Yes. Well, safe if you're like releasing on the side on the extra spell, but you should never do that anyway. Alright, spring spell, very milkable.
You just kind of sit underneath her, let the grays kind of help feed into your release. There's a big dumb mistake coming up here pretty soon.
Oh.
Oh my.
That's not
So
enough!
Like,
oh.
yeah, like, I don't know what I was thinking coming up here. I guess I thought I wasn't high enough to graze, but...
Oh no.
For some reason, I decided to tap up.
Up.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I did.
Okay,
Oh, so what I'm doing is I'm staying up in the top left so that I can let the first 5 waves just kind of time out, and doing that will kind of time things so that her phase changes always happen at the same exact time, so all my dodges theoretically could be routed out.
yeah.
But like, I haven't routed out the entire spell just yet, so you are going to see a few bombs.
So it's
Also, this is the only point in the game where deaths are only a 5 million loss instead of a, like, 25 plus million, because you're just always going to be at 0 power for this spell.
yeah. The 5 million comes from the clear bonus, right?
Yeah, every life is worth 5 million, every bomb is worth 1 million. It is... They are not worth a lot in this game.
No, but it's because of the power item thing. It's still very worth it to not die. Which in this case, that's 7 deaths, which is 350 items lost effectively.
I could have routed this out. I could route this out much better too to actually be able to capture this spell, but it's like I focused so much on the rest of the game, and this just doesn't give a whole lot of score for that to be worth it at my level. Like if I like get up to the point where I like want to go for 7.5 or even 8 billion, I'll start learning that. But
yeah, if you don't screw up that badly, you really shouldn't have damage problems with this.
Well, that's still a pretty good score, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, like I could definitely get 6.5. It's just a matter of dying less.
Yeah, just a couple less deaths and you already crossed that threshold. But yeah, that's GG. Yeah, thanks for hopping on for commentating. We don't really usually get a lot of scoring commentators, so it's nice that you volunteered to hop on this time.
Yeah,
it's very refreshing.
Like, I'm glad that you guys let me on here to help out with commentary here.
Yeah, you're always welcome if you're available for future Civis runs as well.
Alright, thank you. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Alright, that is all we have on TRS today. considering that this was a pretty long run, we are only covering 6 runs today. That's fine. We also had a PCB score run earlier, that makes up for it. Alright, next week on TRS, Alright, last Sunday, I will admit, I completely forgot that I had to host TRS, so I didn't. But
yeah, I was curious about that.
yes, I just completely forgot. But next week we will be back to regular programming. Gastar is going to host the Saturday TRS, where he will be wrapping up the last couple of the unusual input method submissions.
Jeez.
We have a condition. We have a run here that says no bomb spoons. As well as I'm not sure what that means. We also have a mouse patch run and a 50 pixel movement run.
50. Okay,
That's faster than yeah with the full release.
Yeah,
Way
I think
faster.
I've actually seen. I think I've seen a bit of that. It's that's gonna be a treat.
Yeah.
no kidding.
Of course, Gastari is going to be hosting this Saturday TRS, so stay tuned for that and watch him lose his mind again. Alright. Following that, I will be once again hosting the Sunday TRS, where we will be covering more standard stuff, and I will probably skip ahead and cover Creepy Ninja's very impressive SOHW Ura no bomb run. Ura no miss run.
Ooh.
That is a hell of a run, and I can't wait to just review it on this show. What else do we plug? The Discord server. I mean, pretty much everyone in the chat is already on the server, but if you're watching and you're not, join the TRS Discord server. You'll interact with the TRS community, and you'll also have a lot of updates on the TRS show itself. And of course, if you have any problems or if you have any inquiries on, any requests on your runs, you can submit them in the inquiries channel, which is how THK here got to commentate this run because they asked it. Other than that, we have on this channel we also host some POFV tournaments. Just yesterday we had a we had a beginner POFV tournament. Just stay tuned for those. If you're interested in POFV, go play those as well. And with that, we're actually done with tonight's TRS, so thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next week.